when you're not merciless. They call it freak when you're not merciless. They call it freak when you're not merciless. They call it freak when you're not merciless. They call it freak.
Hey, sports fans, this is Parlay Po of WTP Sports Dudes here today with Mr. Claiborne, somebody else's, and my man Zim Master Zay. We about to ask a couple questions on the Ohio State spring game. Zay, what happened to our names on the introduction, man? What happened to our names, man?
What you mean? What happened to our names?
I ain't seen my name. I only seen your name.
I was next up. My video was next up. We got a rotation. We do.
Man,
we was next up. I was next up, dog.
I don't feel.
It was Fanzay's turn.
Hey,
really? Okay, I thought it was Parlay. I thought it was the Parlay Po show.
Man,
I was supposed to. My video was next up, really on the mock draft, but I was like, nah, I don't want it to be like that. You feel me? So I switched it up. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, let's get to it. Let's get to it. Okay, the spring Ohio State spring game was Saturday. Everybody watched it. Well, who wanted to watch it? Yeah. Let me ask this question. If y'all was playing Saturday, who will be starting at the skill positions?
Start with which skill position you
want? No, I'm talking about on the offensive side.
Okay.
Who your QBs,
Julian saying without a question. Listen, I'll break down the whole room real quick and give you my thoughts on each one though. Sam looked the most comfortable. He looked the most poised. We've been hearing some crazy reports about him, but we seen everything we need to see on tape, on film, on Saturday. Now, don't get me wrong. The kid Lincoln didn't look too bad either. So I'm real comfortable.
Not one bit.
Yeah, I'm real. Hey, we done been through 3 quarterbacks in one season before, you know. So I'm very, very comfortable that we have him. And he seemed like a guy that won't even hop in the portal, even though I think he can play. I think he's comfortable with probably just maintaining and being a backup because, you know, anything can happen health-wise. And the freshman is ultra confident. He's just a freshman. He got to get to the speed of the game. You could tell he got probably the best arm talent in the room. So as the future holds, that boy going to be a monster. But I was really impressed with all 3 of them.
Okay. Yeah. So, go ahead, Mr. Claiborne.
I agree. We definitely going with saying at the starting QB spot right now. But Ken Holtz, he looked good. Like Zay said, he looked good. And I'm confident in him, and I like how my freshman got himself together. So I'm confident in his growth as well. And with hopefully him being able to sit back a little bit and learn and not be having to get pushed into this thing with saying and hopefully saying work out. But King Holtz didn't transfer because he wanted to fight for this starting position at the Ohio State University. He want to start. And it looked like he's been working. Yeah. It looked like he's been working. You know, they say Sang had a couple bad days in spring practice, and you know, the vet that's in the room right now, the vet was doing his thing out there, and I saw him spin some good balls. I saw him lead the offense. I was happy with our quarterback position.
Okay, who's RB number 1?
Go ahead. You go ahead first this time, Mr. Claiborne.
Number 1, think probably gonna have to go ahead with Peoples, but unless Donaldson can come take it, but it's gonna be by committee. It's gonna be by committee, but I'm gonna go with starting off, I'm gonna go with Peoples and Donaldson, Jackson look good. Like all the running backs look good too. I know I'm a homer, but I feel like our 1-2, and it may be a little bit of 3 in there too. It may be 3 of them this year, not just 2. It may be 3 of them coming with that fire. You know what I mean? And being fresh because, as Coach Day said, it's a long season, so you're gonna have to be deep at every position. And I see 3 running backs that can share the load and do what we need to do running that ball.
Yeah, kind of just like to piggyback on what Twon said. Like I think it's going to definitely start out as committee because running back position is kind of hard to judge in the spring because you're not really doing a lot of tackling for real. But in the spring game, the defense is vanilla, so you're not really going to see the type of defense you're going to see in the regular season. So I mean, it's hard to judge them based off of what we saw, but if I just talk about explosiveness, we got 3 backs for sure that we're very confident in this year. And really, I wouldn't be surprised if Bo Jackson, the freshman, did take carries away from either one of them dudes because he's 6 foot 210, but he looked lean out there, and he looked explosive, bro. I'm talking about every time he touched the ball, he looked like he could be a house call. So I mean, them boys, the first couple games, it's going to determine a lot if Bo Jackson start eating into them carries, man. So they better watch out for him. He a problem.
Yeah.
Okay, now who is replacing number 2 at that slot of Buka? Who placed him, and who is y'all's number 2 receiver?
The number 2 receiver is Tate.
No, he's talking about Ibuka. He's talking about number 2 as a jersey number.
That's gonna be Tate. That's Tate. That's where Tate is at, I believe.
No, Tate the outside. He talking
about so that mean Ennis. That mean Ennis gonna be right there on that side.
In that slot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna be Ennis right there.
I think to start off the year is gonna be Ennis. I don't see no way how they're gonna keep Mylan Graham off the field. I just don't. Like the way he was putting the works on them DBs, and we got world-class DBs. We got some of the best DBs in college football. He was working them dudes out on Saturday. That's all I know and all I see. But they say he got problems sometimes finishing catches. So, he might be in position. He might catch the ball, but he might fumble it at the end. Or, I don't know. They just say he's been having problems finishing catches. So, that's the last little go for him. But Ennis is a great player, is a good player for real. They've been talking about him. He the next Ibuka, but
let's not forget they all cold.
Yeah, we go 7, 8 deep in that room though for sure.
You know what I mean? You're gonna need quite a few of them, and we got quite a few of them.
Okay.
Mylan Graham just looked like he looked like a different type of dude though, man. I ain't gonna lie, it's gonna be hard to keep him off the field all year. Now, what it's really gonna come down to though?
Hey, Porter looked good too.
Yeah,
Porter.
He's one of them 7. He's one of them 7 or 8 that I was talking about. Twon.
Yeah, he one of them too. Like it's deep, dog. It's deep.
He not a slot though.
Nice receivers. No, I'm just talking about. Yeah. Go ahead. I know who's on the slot, but go ahead. Keep it going.
No, I'm saying he not a slot. You know what I mean?
Right.
Porter gonna be that next dude that's great from us on the outside. You know what I mean? He gonna take Carnell's spot next year when Carnell go to the NFL draft type stuff. But I think it's going to come down to whichever one of them can block better throughout the year. Whoever is a better blocker as a receiver between Ennis and Graham, I think they're going to get the most snaps.
Okay, Level Up. I got a question for Level Up Sports 10. He said, what's both of your thoughts on 24 Dixon?
Sam Williams?
He's nice too.
Man, why my camera keep going out?
He nice too. Didn't he try to hop in the portal and hop back up out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like him. I don't really think he Ohio State for real. I know he a Pickerington kid. It just I don't know. He not somebody that we typically like got back there. I don't see him really actually like really playing. Like, because like when you look at it, once Donaldson graduate, bro, Bo Jackson, he's seeing the field next year. So I mean,
Oh yeah, for sure.
I just don't see him.
He came back.
Yeah, I don't see where he really gonna get some burn. I think he came back to Ohio State to get better for real, and then I think he's gonna go ahead and move forward. You know what I mean?
Okay. With this next question, do you think one of them quarterbacks is going to hit the portal? Because I really heard that behind closed doors, this dude St. Clair, what's his name? St. Clair. I heard he was the man for real.
He nice, but he know he got a year to sit, so we ain't tripping off of that. He knew he wasn't coming in and playing. He knew he was going to be able to compete, but he knew he wasn't coming in and taking no starting job. It wasn't set up for him to do that.
Yeah, like St. Clair, he ain't hitting the portal, man. He's at the NFL U factory. You know, he's playing with iron sharpen iron. So I don't think he's gonna have no problem with just learning. Everybody already know that Ryan Day is a good quarterback coach. You know, he always get the best out of his quarterback. So it ain't, if somebody do hit the portal, it would be King Holtz. But King Holtz don't even come across me as the kid that he got loyalty in his blood.
He would have already hit, if he was hitting it though. He would have hit it. He would have hit it with everybody else. Yeah, like he ain't had no reason to be here. And like for real, Aaron Nolan might have hit it too early because guess what? He would have been in line to compete for this job, but now he then went to South Carolina. Now he don't have a chance or opportunity to compete for a starting position. He just got to hope for the kid to get hurt or something. Yeah. Other than that, he's sitting out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, you know, sometimes you just have to think like where some of these kids are getting this advice from. We're hopping in this portal, man. It's wild.
Yeah.
They be thinking the grass is greener on the other side sometimes, man. It's not
always. Not always. Now
we have another question. Look a little ugly.
Huh?
I said the portal beginning look a little ugly. You know what I mean? It's a pretty side with all the money, but it's only a few of them that's making a lot of money. Yeah, you know what I mean? Everybody else making a little bit of something, but you know, it's getting bad too because cats hopping in the portal going from D1 scholarships and not finding a place to go.
Looking like Medusa out there, man.
Yeah, this is the percentage is not 100. I don't believe that it's even 80 or maybe even 75%.
But Nico feeling that pain. Nico feeling that pain right now. He feeling that pain right now.
He in trouble.
Yeah, he in trouble.
And let me know
if y'all
disagree. Let me know if y'all disagree with this statement, though. But I really, truly feel like this.
What's that?
The portal was not intended for kids to go and make millions. It was intended for you to not be struggling as much as student athletes was in college, and for you to have breathing room so you wasn't eating oodles to noodles. So, I mean, I feel like a lot of these dudes, they're hopping in the portal to chase a bag when really you already comfortable enough. You're probably driving a Mercedes-Benz and you're not eating oodles and noodles every day. So
you should be comfortable enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know if they're getting greedy or what, but
they ain't cool.
You know, like y'all tripping.
Yeah. And then okay, Robert had the question. He said, did any quarterback do enough to be announced QB number 1 first game fall?
Not right now.
Not right now.
No, you ain't gonna get that until probably the beginning of August. Okay. Unless somebody just catch fire. But other than that, you're not gonna get it until, yeah. You ain't getting nothing early.
Yeah, my whole thing is, man, I feel like the fan base needs to start trusting Ryan Day because he's really yet to fail us when it comes to the quarterback room. So I'm on his terms, bro. Whenever he feel like it's time to decide on the quarterback to be announced, I'm all for that. He ain't messed up yet when it came to the quarterback room.
I feel you on that. Okay, let's go to my side of the ball.
Come on.
The other side. Okay. With that man Jack Sawyer gone, Who that vocal leader of that defense? Who that vocal leader?
I think it might end up being. I like Styles. Styles is gonna be probably the one with the earphone, the speaker in his helmet.
Okay.
So he is going to be the quarterback B of that defense, and the other one to be Caleb.
Yeah, of course, Caleb.
But as the vocal and mainly Styles and Caleb I'm quite sure he's going to be very, 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 very vocal out there. I like his attitude.
Man, I like that. Well, we know what Downs is. Downs is going to be the best player, so he's going to have to be one of the vocal leaders. But I like Arvell Reese in that role. You know, he just give me that vibe. You know, he not really in the back front. He's a forefront type of dude, and he's going to be in the middle of that defense at all times. So I love when my middle linebacker is the vocal guy. You know, so. I'm gonna say Arvell, man.
Okay.
And he has. I'm gonna agree with you right there because he has to be vocal. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Being in that middle, you know, he has to be vocal. And I actually think we're gonna have quite a few vocal leaders out here.
Okay. Besides
over there on the corner, he's gonna be vocal. We're gonna have we have quite a few players over there on that defense who are gonna be vocal and know what it takes to go out there and win the national championship.
Okay. Besides Caleb, Downs, and number one, who gave y'all the rock eyebrow? You know what I mean? Like, oh, we got something right here on defense. Did anybody give y'all that on did you see that on Saturday?
I'm a homer. I love our corners. I saw a lot of good. I saw my cornerbacks. Even though we have some of the best receivers in all the country, all my cornerbacks was right there. You know what I mean? They was right there. Our receivers were making some great catches with defenders all over them. You know what I mean? So we right there. So we're doing what we're supposed to do. So I just see where a lot of technique has to come in play there when they're out there on that field. But I mean, I feel like that rock eyebrow is going to be the way that this defense plays and the level that this defense plays to, and it's going to have to start in game one.
Yeah, I got an eyebrow from a few dudes. Peyton Pritchard, the linebacker, he's going to be on the 2 deep. He is all over the field. This was a young man's game, by the way, too, so you didn't see a lot of the other guys out there. Logan George, the portal DN we got, he came from a small school. I can't think of the school right now, but when I tell you he was handling, and he was going against the second team offense, but when he did it, he easily did it. You know what I mean? Like, he was handling them, and it was like a beautiful thing.
You say who was that?
Logan George, the DN we got out of the portal. And then Devin Sanchez didn't get a lot of work. It was like they were scared to throw his way, so that was a telltale sign for me. I thought Bryce West had a good day. I thought he's making a case to why he should be on the field. He should be in that 2 deep cornerback rotation. The only one that really gave me a bad day for real, and we know what all world defensive back room we got. I mean, I thought Jalen McClain played well. Him and Malik Harford is in a fight right now, and I thought they both played well. But Aaron Scott, he's the only one that had a bad day. I seen him get torched twice. He ain't ready, you know. He might be a guy that might hit the portal because the way he got cooked on the goal line. He'll
be okay, Zach.
But
he'll be okay. For the most part, he was just there. I know he get there.
I mean, if it's a 5-star freshman behind me and he passed me up, I'm hitting the portal.
Oh, Sanchez, yeah. If Sanchez come out there and do something, but
that's what I'm
who's that? McClain was making plays last year.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So he has experience. His name is out there. So I mean, that's why I'm saying people going to be very surprised with how many players we actually have returning from this team who actually contributed to that national championship last year.
Yeah, we got a couple questions. First off, what's up, post game? Post game said was salute, man, to y'all.
Post game.
What up, Post? Okay. What up, Post?
He said, we get answer what y'all's expectations on for the defense. Level Up said, who's your freshman to watch on defense?
Freshman. It might be Sanchez.
Go ahead.
My freshman got to be Riley Pettijohn.
Yeah, that's the next question. Yeah.
The only reason why I say Pettijohn is because even though he only had a decent day, our linebackers are way thinner than our DBs is to me. So I could see him hitting the field way faster than a freshman DB would hit the field. You know what I mean? And Riley, he's anytime we get a kid out of Texas, they always be ballers. That's the thing. Even Sanchez is from Texas.
You think Sanchez from? I was about to say.
I know where he's from. I'm saying even Sanchez from Texas, but I just think that DB room is deep, bro. I think it's too deep. Babe,
He's a good long one though. I mean, we got some long DBs, but hey, we was talking about the freshmen. That was mine, and Sanchez and Pettijohn.
Yeah, that was the next question. He said, "How did Pettijohn and Sanchez look?" So,
they wasn't afraid. They wasn't afraid of the spotlight.
Y'all answer that. So, what's y'all's what you think your defensive coordinator Matt Patricia gonna get y'all? Because because him being defensive coordinator, everybody don't know he tried to be offensive coordinator one time. That's why I said where was he coming to y'all from? He was an offensive coordinator at one time. So what I know about Patricia, he don't blitz. I'm saying he didn't used to blitz like that.
I'm about to say that was in the NFL.
That's what I'm saying. In the NFL, he didn't blitz like that. Even those didn't blitz at first like that. He wasn't putting pressure until somebody said, man, put some pressure on him. Then he started blitzing with guys. That's why Caleb Downs started playing in the middle. He should, if he would have did that all year, y'all defense would have been crazy. You know what I mean?
Hey. And I think what's the one? What is he? A safeties coach or something? It was like Jim Knowles' understudy is still on staff with us. I forget his name.
Yeah,
I think his safeties coach or something. So it's gonna be like we've seen a great defensive formula, and I don't see it going away from what was seen during that playoff run right there. A fast attacking defense.
Okay. Yeah, y'all gonna be fast anyway. Y'all Ohio State. Y'all gonna be fast.
So my thing is Matt Patricia, he hasn't been on the offensive side of the ball since early 2000s, bro. He's been on the defensive side of the ball. He's been doing this for years and years and years.
Yeah, but he been doing it with pro players.
Yeah, that's true.
You got to think. This
also something.
Them little dots, them little hash marks, they different. See, that's what the defense is, man. That's how you know how you can coach. You got to coach in between these hash marks. You know, the hash marks is skinny, some is big. Mm-hmm. You got to have dudes outside that. You know what I mean? Like it's plays where you got to be outside that hash for the defense. You know what I mean? Yeah, no matter where that offense lined up, I want you outside this hash. You know what I mean? Like,
you know what they rave about Matt Patricia? What the rave is about him though? Is he super smart?
Oh, he a winner. He a winner. Trust me, he just can't. He can't coach. He ain't no leader of men like that. Cause
he ain't dealing with me. He ain't dealing with me.
No, because he couldn't hold down the whole what's that.
Right.
See, he good at being that defensive coordinator. So just focus on that defense or what
that's all we need.
Yeah, I said focus on that defense. That's all you need. Because he don't got to make no decisions. You know what I mean? You just focus on that defense. Once you got to make decisions for the offense and do they want to go for him 4th and 1 and stuff like that, he don't have to do that. He wasn't good in that role. You know what I mean? But now
that's why Ryan Day freed up. That's why he got an OC and a DC now. He's going to make those decisions.
That's great. That's great. That's different. That's good coaching.
And coming into it, when he had hired Matt Patricia, I thought we was going to run a multiple defense, but the more and more the reports come out, we're going to run Jim Knowles defense. We got Matt Guerreri as the safety coach. He's the understudy. He know the whole playbook. He done been teaching Matt Patricia the playbook, and we got Tim Walton, the OG, as the co-defensive coordinator. So them knowing how to call the plays, they gonna catch Matt Patricia up. He's too smart of a guy not to know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
that's good. So with that being said, why have Hartline been passed up and he been in your staff since what, like 2000?
Because he liked to drink and ride four-wheelers and crash out. That's why.
That's Urban Meyer.
Yeah, but Urban Meyer was already in the position. He wasn't in the position. And what? He in his 30s? He like 36 or something?
Yeah,
he's
still a young dude. So that means if I be an OC, I can't do none of that. You know what I mean? I can't.
Oh no, Hartline calling the plays this year for sure.
Yeah, but he been passed up like twice, right?
Now, it's okay, but I mean, even when but look who it was passed up for last year, Chip Kelly.
Yeah.
So
really,
Chip got us a chip. Yeah, whoever was coming was getting a natty. It didn't even matter. You know what I mean? It didn't even matter. It's just a plug and play. Just like whichever quarterback was coming to Ohio State last year when the portal opened, they were going to be a national championship quarterback. That's why I never understood why Ward didn't come here to Ohio State. But he went and he's still number one draft pick, so I guess it still works out great for him. But he just passed up a natty. He was our QB1 that we wanted to get, but he wanted to go to Miami.
Miami gave him a bigger bag, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'm saying like y'all couldn't afford it, but I'm saying Will ain't get a bigger bag than Cam.
We was only offering a meal. Yeah, we was only offering a meal to 1.5. That was it.
Right.
That was it. But I believe they would have gave Cam 2 though, because we got the bag. I believe they would have gave Cam 2. But like we know, Miami gave him the bag. Miami gave him the bag, man, and we couldn't match that.
Listen though, too, Poe, we gotta understand something. Bro, you can't just because you a position coach don't mean you could just automatically become a coordinator. That's a whole different skill set. You got to learn how to actually call a game. You can't just get somebody. So when we gave him the play sheet last year, and Ryan Day quickly figured out like, oh, he drinking, he immature, he might not be studying hard enough. He might not be ready to call a game. He wasn't ready. But learning under Chip Kelly, bro, is like learning under a wizard.
1 year though.
Yeah, but how much can you learn in 1 year when you buy an offensive genius? You can learn so much.
Let me tell you something. Who you think got you all them receivers, man?
Yeah, that don't mean you could call a game. That's a whole different skill set.
Bruh, listen. If you get all them receivers, you know how to do something, not just recruiting. You know what kind of offense y'all gonna be in and everything. This dude got Chris Olave. He got the one kid. What's his name from the Jets? Him, McLaurin, Smith. Man, he got all these dudes. What you mean? You know what I mean? Like he know how to do. He know what the offense is. You got to know what the offense gonna be when you recruit dudes.
Listen,
you know what I mean? Like
people when Brian Hartline recruits you and he offers you a scholarship, they're taking it because they know he can get you ready for the NFL, not because they know he know how to call plays. It's something different.
He been passed up to he needed to take the next step, man.
He's taking the next step right now.
Kelly did that because he had more experience. He was a UCLA coach. This dude stepped down from being a head coach to be an offensive.
And who is right hand man?
That means he ain't want to deal with nothing. That's what that means.
Yeah, let me give you this analogy.
True enough, he did get a natty. True enough, he did get a natty. And you see where he at now.
Let me give you this analogy. I mean? It's not quite the same, but I could give you this analogy. This is just like when LeBron went to D-Wade to get help to get over the hump or winning the championship. It's the same thing, bro. It's the same thing.
Oranges. Nah, We never gonna compare football and basketball. We ain't gonna do that.
I just gave you an analogy. I said an
And
analogy.
Wayne go buy that. Wayne go buy them offensive coordinators and stuff and put together a power team, or they'd still be there. Now, if they would have stayed and we would have kept winning, that's different. But nah.
I guess you ain't listening to me. No. I guess you're not listening to me. I just said.
You see the question? He said, "What makes
he had a whole year
before."
He had a whole year to learn under a wizard. That's what make him more qualified. He had a whole year. He didn't know how to call plays. We had a spring practice last year, and they gave him the play. They gave him the play sheet and told him to call plays. And they said that practice was one of the ugliest practices they ever seen by a play calling situation. Then we had the spring game, and they was talking about how well he called plays. That's because he had a whole year to learn how to call plays. It's a whole different skill set. Calling a game as a OC or a DC, you have to know how to do it.
Of course, you know that, but I'm saying there ain't no reason why he wouldn't know how to do that. That's what I'm saying. He been in there since 2000, though. I mean, like 2010, right, or something like that. He been there like he the longest tenure coach there.
Yeah, and he worked his way up from an analyst.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He longest tenure there. Hardline is okay. Let me answer this. So, with these 31 seniors y'all lost, are y'all reloading? So y'all feel comfortable with that? What's the biggest question mark for y'all? Don't give it to me real. Don't say you're a homer. I know you're a homer.
I keep it a band. I know what the question mark. We're gonna hit the portal for that defensive line. That interior is lacking behind for real. And no, everybody.
I'm loving the way McDonald gonna be in there.
Yeah, but
I'm very confident in McDonald.
We don't got depth though. They're not confident in Will Smith Jr. and Jason Moore or Tywone Malone. They're not.
That's why they move. That's why they move Houston in there.
Houston is good. He gonna start. The depth is what I'm talking about. I'm referring to the depth.
I think we're good.
You need 2 and 3 deep. Now we're gonna hit the portal. Trust and believe. We're gonna get a defensive lineman in the portal. That's why I didn't understand why.
We'll take it.
I ain't understand why.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, like you gonna see the field.
He was penciled in to start.
Nah, he wasn't gonna start over Edric Houston or K McDonald, but he was gonna play.
They moved Houston there. Houston was a DN.
Yeah, he played there last year though. You don't remember?
Yeah, he was a DN. Then they pulled him inside.
T1, he played defensive line interior the whole year last year. He actually was in the rotation until he crashed out like week 8 or 9. He smacked somebody in the helmet and got a personal foul call, and we ain't seen him hit the field to the playoffs. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? He a crack. He was a nut. He was a freshman though, true freshman. He moved to the inside because he's seeing playing time there. He like, we got Kenyatta Jackson, Caden Curry, Jack Sawyer, you know what I mean, JT Tumalau, and I don't know when I'm going to see it. So he put on 25 pounds and moved it into the inside.
Okay.
He a dude though. He gonna be the best dude on that defensive line this year. Mark my words. And he only a true sophomore.
Okay, Level Up Sports trying to get a little messy. He said, "What's the word on them gold pants? Big Ten champs, back to back. Will they be ready for Texas and Arch?"
Absolutely. What gold pants you talking about?
He don't know if he a Florida State fan or a Michigan fan. I don't know.
Yeah.
We know
those look like blue jeans.
The wax is blue jeans, though. Oh man, them skinny jeans.
Yeah, man. Come on, man.
He put up some skinnies. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he tried to give us a knockoff post.
Yeah.
That post was knockoff. That post was knockoff, Moss.
he posted a Muhammad post.
Over the gold pants.
Yeah, that was Muhammad post. Okay. Now, what's just the last question? Give me a realistic prediction for the whole season.
12-0.
That's 12-0.
Big Ten champs. Repeat.
You know what y'all did? Y'all got. We know you don't got to be Big Ten champs to win the Natty. You know what
I know, but we want to go undefeated and do that.
I probably will never win the Big Ten again.
Man, just looking at the schedule, bro, we could definitely go 12-0.
Oh, it's real
hey,
easy.
listen. If we like when we beat Texas week 1, we're gonna put everybody on notice.
Yeah.
Then we don't gotta play nobody but Penn State. And
Yeah, all we gotta do is just keep on working and keep getting better.
Penn State don't never beat us, and then
we just gotta smack. Yeah,
we got
we just gotta smack Texas. That's it.
Yeah, we got Illinois on the schedule. You know what I mean? And they not gonna beat us. And then we got the team up north, and they damn sure ain't getting 5 in a row on us. So
oh man, it's written. It's already written.
We got that 100. We got that 100 on the board.
It's already written.
Yeah, so you know what I mean.
It's already written. I told you I want mines in all $1 bills.
Don't that sound like some stripper shit, man?
Yeah, I already told you that. I might have to hit the strip club after that. I might. You know what I mean?
He trying to get his stripper one for me because he don't want to go to the bank.
I might go
out of here.
I might go to Bucks Platinum with my Michigan stuff on. You know what I mean?
Oh man.
Don't be trying to get your stripper one right here. Me. How are y'all stopping Archie Manning in Texas? First game of the year. How y'all stop?
Defense, y'all gonna be y'all gonna be surprised at that defense. While all this discussion is about Arch, how is Arch gonna do something against this defense?
Thank you, T1.
This defense is going to be nice.
Man-to-man or zone?
Everything.
Before hold up, T1. Before we get to that, bro, Texas, we don't have to play Texas. Texas got to play us. Y'all need to remember that. We're not locked in the room with Texas. They are locked in a room with us.
Right.
It's something different.
In the shoe.
Okay. Is the room big like Windsor Center or is it a phone booth?
No, it's a cell block.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. One way in, one way out, and the door is locked once you in there with us.
Okay. Okay. There it is.
They're gonna see what it's like coming into the shoe, man. They know that game need to be at night.
I hope
they know that game. They know that game need to be at night.
He said the D isn't going to be better than last year's D.
I beg to differ.
It is. Watch. That's what I'm saying. Y'all gonna be surprised.
He said the offense gonna be better. Y'all's D ain't gonna be better.
I beg to differ.
Me too. But we're gonna have receipts right here.
So it's like how many days? What was it like 180 days or something like that, or 175 or something crazy like that?
I don't know. It's August 30th, though. I do know that.
Yeah, it's long, but it ain't long.
You
know what I mean? Like, boom, we just gotta get through this summer, and it's
actually less than that. It's under 150.
Yeah, is it? Okay.
It's already April 16th.
Yeah, and y'all play them the beginning of the end of August, right?
Yeah, August 30th.
August 30th. Okay. He said big noon.
Nah, man, nobody want no big noon.
It might be big noon, you know. Fox because Fox got the early slots, so it might be big noon.
That should have been that first game in the shoot. That should have been the 7:30 game, bro.
But Big Ten, we don't sign up for night games in the Big Ten. I sent that to y'all in the chat.
Yeah, not that much.
Look, when I went to go see Michigan State in Michigan, we played that night. I was there.
Yeah. But look, Ohio State and Michigan in the article, if you don't remember when I sent it, we have a choice if we want to play that game or not. If we don't want to play it, we don't play it because they say we got an older fan base, and the older fan base don't want no night games.
That's crazy. Everything is. I remember Ohio State, Michigan years ago. They played at 3:30, man.
The perfect time.
They played at 3:30, but now everything else has been at noon. You know what I mean?
These new TV
contracts. You go out the night before. If you're a sleeper, you'll miss that game. You'll wake up at halftime. You know what I mean? Like, go out there and get crushed. Okay. Y'all got anything else y'all want to tell the fan base out there?
Yeah, let me address this real quick, T1. You talking about y'all gonna be better? How? Y'all had better receivers last year. What are you talking about? I feel like the quarterback is. We got to see what he is. Everybody he was talking about Arch Manning. What if he a bust? Like we got to see what Arch Manning is. We're not gonna just go off of the stars.
Well,
Because the stars
everybody
don't matter. Well, he got to come play.
And got to come play in Big Ten country. You know what I mean? Against the best up north. You know what I mean? So, hey, it ain't gonna be easy for them. I hope they come in acting like Tennessee.
And no, we didn't forget that little QB scramble he had in the playoffs. That was a fumble. We know.
Yeah, he coughed it up.
Yeah, that was a fumble.
So he's scared to get tapped?
Tap that boy one time, he coughed it up.
He coughed it up. Hey, I done watched that game so many times. You can't tell me that wasn't a fumble.
They helped him out. He know it was a fumble.
That's why he know. That's why he
know it got tagged.
That's why he said stop it. He know exactly what play I'm talking about. I ain't even got to say more.
Yeah. He should, look, level up. Look, he said, what did he say? He said, y'all's quarterback, don't forget, they have no starts either.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you always trying to defend somebody else's team. You need to defend your team.
We always have a quarterback coming in with no starts. They may have one because somebody got hurt. When CJ got his 2 years, no, I think he might have. No, I don't think he had no starts. You know, Justin came in, no starts.
That's fact.
You know, that's how it is. And then they got 2 years. So this is what we do here at the Ohio State University. As far as those Florida State guys, we have no idea what they do at the quarterback position. But we know what we do.
Well, they forget too, T1. They forget they repping against the best players in the country all practice long. They repping against dudes that's going to be in the NFL draft, period.
Yeah, we just know Charlie Ward, their quarterback, he just got a job with Florida A&M.
Yeah.
Congrats to that. The basketball. He got basketball. He was a quarterback. So,
and Cole.
Yeah.
Heisman Trophy winning quarterback. You know that was my call.
Post game said, man, I gotta wait for week 1. Y'all be going off. You hear me?
Hey, yeah. That week 1 gonna be lit, dog.
Yeah.
That's the way to start the college football season now.
Yeah.
And whoever loses, it ain't gonna hurt them. You know what I mean? So it's only gonna make them a little better, hopefully.
Hey, either you gonna see WTP Sports dudes in a Ohio State shirt week 1, or you gonna see me in the Texas shirt week 1. Either way, I'm showing up. Either way, I'll be here.
Yeah. That's I'm not excited that we have to wait that long for this.
Facts.
Yeah.
Too much time to talk about.
I'm saying you got to.
They shouldn't have broke the schedules until like late July or something, and then announced it. Then watch out, hype everybody and get like what they ought to make it like make it exciting. Like you had that one matchup game where you got to play one of the Power 4 schools, but they don't reveal it until like late July or something.
Students ain't even in school in July. You still want that to go down.
Getting ready.
Man.
Hey, but the setup now is our off season is shortened. So, I'm not gonna be too much of a beggar for it because it is a shortened season already now that we got this playoffs format. You feel me? Teams is playing 17 games. I just got to see my team play 17 games, bro. I just got to see that, Get them guys a break, let them get refreshed, and let me see it again. Let me see it again.
But with newer younger dudes, too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to know it's going to be some mistakes made in that game, especially
for sure
by the younger guys. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be some mistakes made. You know what I mean? That's why you got them seniors in on that back end, that secondary stuff like that. Because somebody can miss a tackle, That's senior makeup and tell him what he did wrong. You know what I mean? So y'all got Caleb Downs down there. So he really the quarterback for the defense.
Yeah.
So he gonna be good. Get these young dudes in position. All American, first team. You know what I mean? He know what's at stake. You know what's at stake.
Okay, you got me. It was 16. All right. I forgot we ain't go to the Big Ten championship. You happy? He always trying to get one up on me. Always.
He said 16 or 17.
He always trying to get one up on me, man. Hey, but yeah, this is gonna be a lot of people's first time playing in front of 100,000. It's gonna be mistakes. That's a fact.
But that's why they come to the Ohio States, the Michigans, the Notre Dame. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is why you go here. You know what I mean? You earned your right to go to a big school. You know what I mean? This dude, they never played in front of 20,000 when they go places like Bowling Green and stuff like that, and they think it's real. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
man, I ain't got nothing else.
Y'all good? Thanks for the interview, man.
Nah, we appreciate you, Poe, man. We definitely appreciate you, man. And we like how you came with your Michigan gear on too. And
oh yeah, come on, man. It's
only right. You actually was being real fair though, you know.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that.
Hey, you know I'm a fair guy, man. It's only right, man. I appreciate y'all for doing this interview, man. He said, okay, Level Up said, great show, guys. All right, man.
Appreciate it,
we'll say good luck to y'all season, except for that one game. You know what I mean? Except for that one game.
You don't mean it.
We're gonna bring it.
You don't mean it.
Except for that one game. I mean it. Except for that one game. Right. Hey, and you know what? I ain't even gonna do it because I know you don't want to watch the game with me.
Who?
I know you don't want to watch the game with me.
What game?
The last game.
No, we watching it together, huh?
Okay.
I already told you that.
All right, don't get drunk and walk out. That's what.
No, we putting the money in the middle of the table wherever we watch it. We're putting the money on the table.
Yeah, don't get drunk and walk out. And I want my money beforehand. I won't wait till the clock.
No, the money needs to be in the middle of the table.
Oh, it will.
Okay.
It's a dice game.
I mean, you already. Well, you gotta go get 101.
Yeah. I ain't getting no one.
That's what he did. That's what Paul said he won.
I don't care. I ain't agree to that. I agreed on $100 bet. That's all.
Okay, well, just give me roll of quarters then, man.
I agreed on $100 bet. That's it. That's all I agreed to. I ain't say how I was gonna give it to you.
You can't go to the bank and just get 101, bro, man.
No, I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. I got too much respect for him to pay him in ones.
Oh man, stop it. Yeah. Okay, man. We out of here, man. Peace, man. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all, man.
Love y'all.
WTP Sports Dudes was in the building. We out. Peace. Love y'all, man.